So here with Eilish O'Neill from DCU Library.
I'm the Outreach and Engagement Librarian in DCU Library. Part of my remit is to do outreach events during the year. Culture Night is huge for us and has been since I joined St Patrick's College in 2015. So they'd already had maybe 3 or 4 Culture Nights at that stage. It's evolved over the years so that DCU Arts and Culture really oversee it, planning and delivery of the night. So there's a central Culture Night committee. So we kind of start those meetings very early on in the year and then it grows from there. Arts and Culture will book the performers, so they get in professional musicians and children's entertainers. Then there's artists and writers in residence. Then Fig na Gaeilge do a lovely event in the show Recording that's kind of music and dancing that people can drop in and out of.
So has it always just been on St. Pat?
Yeah, so St. Pat's just makes sense. It's so near central Drumcondra that attracts people in. They see the music and the lights and they just kind of drop in, but also it's easier to find. So there have been events in Glasnevin. They tend to be during the day, but traditionally Culture Night encourages people to have their events at night time from 5 o'clock. So it just works better because people can find it so easily and the campus is smaller, so everything's concentrated in one area.
Who's the target audience? I assume the local community, but is there anyone else that you particularly try to get in with Culture Night?
Yeah, I mean, we look at the events and we say, right, what age groups are we really looking at with this? A lot of the crowd come in are families and young kids, kind of primary school age kids. So a lot of our library activities are geared towards that. But then the programming also looks at, talks and exhibitions and the campus tours that are geared at people who aren't coming with kids, and that kind of encourages their participants to come in. So we just make sure that we have an event for everybody, no matter what age they are.
Of course, like you said, you're involved and you've been doing it for years. So what would be your personal highlight of DCU Culture Night?
So I have to say, I love seeing the kids take the scavenger hunts and get such fun out of them. Something crazy like 400 kids did it this year, and it's so simple. It's like finding clues in the library, and this year they had to find pictures, but they were taken out of our own books. It kind of introduces them to what's in the collection, but also it's geared towards younger kids and older kids. So I love seeing them go off. They feel like the library's their own, so run around. Okay, we don't encourage that, but run around and just kind of get lost in the library because it's really safe. There's only one exit, so parents kind of stand at the bottom, let their kids use up all their energy and then bring them home.
For me, probably the balcony was the nicest part.
Oh, why?
Yeah, just having a lovely view of the skyline, because it's only open for that night in a year, I'm pretty sure.
That's
or
right.
For special events.
Yeah. And that's one of the big draws, I think, that people who will never get up there during the year get to come up and have a look and do a tour.
So how does DCU Library engage with the community on Culture Night specifically?
So I meet people from the staff I would never meet otherwise who are involved in Culture Night. So again, my job is to get my face out there and to make connections. So there's people who are volunteering or running their own events, and there's a real sense of coming together as a university community on the night, that it's fun and it's exhausting and it's everything in between. But there are people who help out year after year and you're only making a connection with them through Culture Night. So that's really valuable for me and for the library as well. You have people coming for the last 3 or 4 years that will end up coming to college here. That's lovely. So my kids love coming. The kids in their school look at it as a rival to Christmas. They really are. When's Culture Night happening? And I love that is part of their childhoods. So I just feel like it makes a connection. So I get to strengthen connections at local schools by putting out messages in WhatsApp groups, sending emails to principals saying, can you send people to us? This develops my relationship with the schools. There's people who come back every year from that age-friendly university initiative. That's great for me because it's a connection.
Is there anything you particularly from this year you learned and you want to implement next year, or from other universities you've nicked ideas?
Without, boasting, we do Culture Night really well. I think that Marcella Bannon and her team have brought a whole new professional level to it. So I very much feel if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
So keep on doing what we're doing, and if we can add elements each year.
Tell the listeners why they should spend their Culture Night 2026 at DCU Library.
So I think there's so much concentrated in one space. So somebody referred to it as a mini electric picnic, and I do get that.
Yep.
Whatever you want, there's music and dancing and workshop, and then you kind of escape from the noise if you want and go to one of the talks. It's also a way to get a look at the campus and the library and check it out, and that I'd love people, just new people and the same people, to come every year and just see what's happening, but will really blow their minds.
There you go, there's the ending. Come to DCU Library for Culture Night 2026.